But I know this was the opportunity to make a fucking statement. And when I go in there and knock him out, it's going to make a fucking statement.
You think you're going to knock Le'Veon Bell out?
Round 3.
And Judge Keith Thibodeau has scored the fight 40-36 for your winner by unanimous decision, the Juice, Le'Veon Bell!
So that was a fucking lie.
So last night I watched Misfits 006, where JMX and Le'Veon Bell headlined the fight. And I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. But it was pretty interesting, man. So the prelim started with Fangs versus Elena Vampira. Whoever the heck that is, I don't even know. And let's just say Fangs got absolutely decimated. I mean, she had the Rock'em Sock'em Robot stance the whole entire time. And what's crazy is she's been training for months, bro. She wasn't even supposed to fight this girl. She was supposed to fight Minx. Minx would have actually killed her. And now that leads us to the very, very, very controversial fight. Chase D'Amore versus Stevie Knight. So we all know Chase D'Amore. He's the one who was always talking trash, always calling out people like Tyson Fury.
You tell Fury if he wants a real fight, stop ducking me.
He was doing really good compared to, this fight. It's going good for him. He actually knocks out Stevie Knight, but then he decides to go full MMA on him for some reason, and that forced him to be disqualified. And then one thing led to another, and everyone started storming the ring. It was madness. But in the end, Chase D'Amore got disqualified. Oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned that this guy actually tried to fight Nate Diaz in the crowd, and he started a full-on riot. And then on top of that, bro got jumped in the streets. And now that brings me to fight number 3, OJ Rose versus Kimbo Slice Jr. Now this is another one that doesn't sit right with me because I think it was just called off too early, man. I mean, yeah, Kimbo Slice Jr. wasn't really throwing anything back, but that was only for like 5 seconds and the ref stopped it. But that's all I really have to say about that fight. But I think OJ Rose still showed impressive skills. And now we move on to, personally, my fight of the night. Jake the Viking versus Minicon. Now you guys probably know Jake the Viking from Mr. Beast's old videos before Chris. Yeah. And in this fight, he went the distance with Minicon, who has had 4 fights, by the way, and made it a draw. I mean, yeah, they gassed out pretty fast, but they still did pretty good. And give them a couple months more of training, and I think that could make a really good rematch. And here's another controversial fight for me personally. Uncle Pizza versus Yeti Gang TV. Now, I love Uncle Pizza, bro. I think he's a great entertainer. I think leading up to the fight, it was amazing, but I don't think he won this fight, man. I mean, yeah, you can say that he was the aggressor and pushing forward the whole time, but in every exchange, I feel like Yeti Gang won. He was hitting the more cleaner shots, and Uncle Pizza was just targeting the body and getting countered. Or missing. And for whatever reason, Yeti Gang just couldn't keep his mouthpiece in. I mean, he literally lost a point because of it. And here's a fight that I was most excited for on this card, Waleed Sharks versus Megamind. I mean, the beef leading up to this fight was insane, bro. They were just going at it with each other.
And see, how you going to talk about heavyweights? Heavyweights don't. When it comes to heavyweights,
I'm giving you an example, you dumbass. You have all that fucking forehead and no brain inside.
When I get in the ring, I already told Chris my petition. How I'm gonna knock you out.
Your what? What's he called? He's your what?
My petition.
Your petition.
Shut the fuck up.
Got metal in your mouth, mush mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to drink some more water.
You talk
Man.
work out nervous. I make you nervous. You see my power. You see my speed.
You ain't got no power.
I hit you with my right hand.
When I hit you with my white hand, all right, Mike Tyson.
You
can't even understand what he's saying, man. What's going on?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
You wanna fuck me up?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
All right, if you fuck me up, I'm gonna get somebody to fuck your sister. How about that? Fuck your sister. If you could fuck me, no.
I'm surprised Waleed even did this, considering what happened last time. But long story short, the fight ended with Megamind getting knocked out. And then there was the co-main event, Chris Avila versus Paul Bamba. I mean, there's not really much to say about this one. It was just bullying in the ring. But now that we got those fights out the way, let's move on to the main event, JMX versus Le'Veon Bell. So JMX is a popular YouTuber in the scene. I mean, he beat Ginty. I mean, we all know Ginty didn't use 100% of his power. He was obviously hiding all of it. And he still knocked JMX down. But nah, JMX found out what it means to fight an actual fighter, bro. Le'Veon Bell was piecing him up like he pieces up his players when they get a bad game during football. And he straight up destroyed his eye, bro. No wonder JMX kept getting punched in the face. He couldn't even see the punches coming. And now after this fight, I'm pretty sure he'll be facing Logan Paul next.